Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Shango, coming back with a spiritual message. Actually, I got two for y'all today, but I'm gonna get into the first one. So, like always, hope everything is good with y'all. Hope you're having a great day. If not, hope the rest of your day get better. But I got a message, so I'm gonna get right into it. So the first video is gonna be titled, "Many claim king or queen, but they have the heart of a peasant." Many claim king or queen, but they have the heart of a peasant. What are you talking about, James? I'll explain. So, I kind of was thinking about this topic for a little minute. I really didn't want to talk about it, but like I always say, it's a lot of subjects that I do not want to talk about, but God, the universe, and the ancestors always get on me like, you better. And like I always tell y'all, the sirens always just come out of nowhere sometimes when I'm doing the message, so it's confirmation. But anyway, like I said, the God, the universe, and the ancestors will make you put out a message or make you do something that they need you to do, even when you don't feel like doing it a lot of times. So this is one of those times, but it has to be said because they're on my behind and they're on my tail if I don't do it. So why I said that about the title of the video about many claim king or queen but have the heart of a peasant, it's because I'm just noticing and just watching how much people are still hung up on race and how much people are invested in it, keeping it relevant as far as race. And it's really sad to see because it's like it's 2024. Why are we still stuck on race? Many people, promote themselves and, talk about, how much they're on a king status or queen status, a loving unconditional status of love and how they treat others and how they treat the planet. But as soon as they see somebody that doesn't look like them or is a different race, all that love and all that kindness and all that unconditional love and king and queen and royalty and we are together and all that stuff, all that goes out the window, and you see the immediate hatred come out of them as soon as they see somebody else that's not the same race as them. And this is what I'm saying on this topic, or I'm saying, I'm like, yo, we gotta stop this, because like I said, it's 2024. Why are we still worried about race? Why are people still feeling a certain type of way if somebody's dating somebody and they don't look like them skin-wise? Why are we so invested in it? And why I say this is because I literally watch people be loving, kind, and all that. As soon as they see somebody dating somebody that don't look like the same race as that person, or they see somebody that don't look like them, they immediately start going into hatred mode. They start looking at that person like, why you want to date that person? Why you want to date that person in that race? Don't you know what happened between them years ago? What happened between us centuries ago? And, or you'll have people be like, oh, we're not going to have you a part of the family if you marry that person because they're not in the same culture or race that we are. Like, it gets to that point. And it's like, yo, we in 2024. Why are we still talking about race? Like, why is that still an issue? Like, we got so much bigger things to be worrying about as a collective, because if we don't realize this now, I'm going to tell you now. It's the reason why the planet in history been like that the past 500 years of just straight war and chaos and stuff when it came to race. It's a reason why, because it all boils down to love and hate. Because if we be honest, nobody was worried about race when we was in the Mayan eras and back in Africa, and everybody was doing their thing way before Christ and stuff like that. Like, nobody was worried about skin color. It was just humanity worrying about how to live, worried about how to survive and how to treat the planet, how to be resourceful to the planet and also resourceful to yourself and to your tribe and to your community. All that man-made race, and you start looking at people colors and you start hate, all that came when people started coming with the love, coming with the hatred. Like I said, it's really about love and hate, this world. All that other stuff is man-made when they started making you pay attention, because nobody was worried about that during the Mayan era and eras before that. Nobody was worried about what you look like, your color, and all this stupid stuff. That started coming into play later on. And why? Because of what I'm saying. The world boils down to love and hate. All that other stuff, they just putting titles to it. Racism and all that, capitalism and this and all the isms. really all that's fluff and that's man-made stuff, again, that they made to go with the agenda or whatever they need for the system to go whatever way it needs to go, to have control over the people when it comes to that. So you take something like that and start stamping race and separation and division, and then of course, so you got people now looking at each other and competing each other and showing hatred when it comes to that. And none of that matters, because we are all in this as a human race of humanity. We all have to come together eventually to make this thing work. This is why the world has been chaotic like it has been. Because everybody worried about stuff that really ain't real. Because nobody was worried about that, about your skin color or your class color, all that stupid stuff before that, when we just had civilization. Once they took that civilization out, they started putting all this other stuff that's this 3D worldly stuff, that's when we got unfocused as a people, humanity. I'm talking about everybody, humanity. And we started worrying about the wrong things. And we started judging people off the wrong things. And started mistreating people off the wrong things. Like I said, this just boils down to love and hate. Why did they even come with racism and race? Because somebody had hate in their heart when they seen a specific type of people, the way they were living. So when people, and it's, you see it today, when people feel some type of way about people having a certain way of life, a certain civilization, or just things that they feel, resources rather, for a better word, when they feel like somebody has more, that's when you see the hatred come, and then they want to come either conquer or take it away from those people, or either hate on those people. And that's what happened when people started seeing certain civilizations like the Mayans, the Native Americans, and all other people that were indigenous to this land and just were doing their own thing. Because of the smarts, because it just wasn't just their resources, it was because of the smarts. Because the Dogon tribe and the Mayans, they were able to tell knowledge that was like 400 years plus ahead. They were able to see stars. The Dogon tribe, they were able to see stars, Sirius A and Sirius B, that they had no telescopes, no nothing, no knowledge of nothing. They were just able to have a connection to that. And people thought that was crazy. Scientists like, they're crazy. Until they went to go check it out and was like, oh, these people was right. How the hell were they able to see that without a telescope and have the connection? This is why I'm bringing the part with the hate. Now, instead of loving these people and understanding them and trying to learn and actually bigging them up, they hate it. So they feel like they had to wipe them out because they feel like they were ahead. See, this is the problem that continued into today's society, of when people see a certain race or something, they get, the hatred starts coming out and they start saying hate stuff. This is why we have hate crimes, because people have that much hatred towards a certain race that when they see them, they just can't help it and they want to do something to them. That's ridiculous. And that's from the hate I'm talking about, because I'm like, nobody should be doing it. But that all stems from that, what I'm talking about, or why we see that today happening again. It's because the hatred of feeling like somebody is ahead of you, so you feel like you got to come and stop them. That, and there's no room for that. But that's where they tie in all this stuff and make everybody start looking at race, skin color, class, sections, and all this, and then we start focusing on the wrong things as a humanity. Now we're going at each other's necks over stupidity, instead of appreciating, hey, if somebody or a certain class group or a specific person, if I see that they got skills ahead of me or they just blessed with something ahead of me, it just is what it is. I'm just going to appreciate their presence and their ability to do whatever they do that I don't have. I'm just going to appreciate it. But guess what? They're not going to have something I can do. So why don't I put that to the forefront, and then we could come together and combine it. Whatever they don't got, I could bring to the table. Whatever I don't got, they could bring to the table. And you see how that works together? But if we worried about, yo, this group got this, or this group got that, or we should be getting reparations and all this other, you start worrying about the wrong, all that's doing is building up more hatred, and it's not helping nobody. It's not helping nobody. It's not helping nobody come together. That's why you see so much division, so much chaos, so much war. Where people is worried about this skin color, that, who you dating, why you can't date this race, or even to the point people start getting pet. Like that's what I'm saying. People start showing their hatred so much where they start coming up with stuff of pretty privilege. Like, are we that petty? We got to a point where you're hating. Like, I don't care what nobody says. That's hated. The fact that somebody even come with a term pretty privilege. Because I guarantee you, though, there's people that are attracted that go through way worse stuff than they're given opportunities. Y'all just seeing, oh yeah, they only got this because they white, or they only got this because they look good. You know, people start coming up with stuff that's like real hatred. I'm like, yo, that's such a hating term. Like, how is people even okay with saying that? Like, you mad because somebody is blessed with beauty And that's not their fault. So what if they're getting opportunities just because of the way they look? So what? I guarantee there's many opportunities that they don't get because people assume, oh, I could get over on them because they look a certain type of way. I'm not even too my own hole, but people look at me, they would consider myself a handsome, attractive person, right? So people I see people do it with me. Just to use myself as an example. I see people who do stuff like they'll look at me and start hating because of a certain way I look, or to see the way people take to me, they'll be mad and they'll be like, oh, they only getting that. He only getting that because of the way he look, or whatever the case is. Not realizing that I get more bullcrap opportunities coming towards my way that I gotta weave through and have discernment for, than I have genuine opportunities. Because when you are an attractive person, you do look like this, whether you're a woman or a man, people tend to think you are naive. So a lot of people tend to look at me and be like, oh, he young, he don't know what's going on. He look a certain way. I could just use him for that. Oh, he looked a certain way. I'm not gonna give him the opportunity because I don't really like that he looked this good and stuff like that. Or he got this type of energy. I'm not gonna give him the opportunity. I run into a lot of that more than I get genuine opportunities. So that pretty privileged stuff is bullcrap. And that's a hating thing. I don't understand how people really comfortable with talking like that. And that's what I'm saying about this. Everything boiled down to love and hate. They came with this Matrix 3D stuff with all this race and this and class and all. Dogs, it always boiled down to love and hate. Whether you go back to the Mayans, whether you go back to the Aztecs, whether you go back to the Native Americans, why they killed all these people out, it's because they felt like they were ahead and they knew too much and they were ahead of them. So instead of appreciating them, they hated it. So they felt like they had to get rid of them. It's the same thing people do now when they hate. Oh, this person looks good, they're gonna get opportunities over me. Oh, this person is this race, they're gonna get this over me. So let me throw dirt in the game and try to sabotage what they're doing instead of appreciate. Thank you, appreciate it. So instead of, the young is always looking out. So instead, shout out to the youth, man. But instead of seeing it like, yo, listen, we all are in this together. It's humanity. Nobody should be worrying about race and stuff. Peace. Nobody should be worrying about race and who's getting this over this. We all in this thing together. Like, the sooner we realize that, the sooner we can try to fix a lot of problems we got on the planet. Because the more we start worrying about, oh, this person got pretty privilege, this person got this, or they only got this because they black, or they only got the opportunity because they white, or they Spanish, that's hatred. Why are you worried about that? If a person got something over you because they felt this person looked good or this person got it, oh well, that should be even better for you to be like, okay, that wasn't meant for me. There's something that's genuinely better out there that's meant for me. But instead, people don't think like that. They just see it and they start hating on that person, start spilling out hatred, worrying about the wrong things, and they don't got nothing to do with that. People should be on the more side of loving people. If it's somebody, like I said, if it's somebody that I see got more skills than me, they brighter than me, I'm not gonna hate them. I'm gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna love them for that. Like, yo, it is what it is. That person was just blessed with looks. That person was just blessed with the energy what people just take to them. It is what it is. What can I do that I got over them that I could bring to the table so we could come together and do something? Because if they're able to get attraction like that from people, or they're able to get that, I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Boom, he know how to get attention. Boom, let me bring my wits and my smarts to the equation. So while they get the attention, I could come with my wits and add that to the equation, and then we get done what we need to get done as a humanity. We're not separating in division, worried about race or this or pretty privilege, all that. All that stuff is just hatred talk. And it's an excuse too, a victim mentality, because you now blaming somebody, oh, because of the way they look, that's why they got the opportunity. That's their fault because they was blessed with beauty? Oh, because they skin color, that's why they got it over me. What type of hating victim mentality is that? Instead of you saying, hey, if it was that, because I'm not going to be wrong, sometimes people do that. So if that is the case, so be it. You take that as, hey, that I dodged the bullet because I don't want to get an opportunity from somebody that's choosing people off that. So there's something better for me. It's a big world. There's no reason why nobody should be looking at somebody else or hating or feeling like they're going to get something over them. And like as if that's the last opportunity. It's a big world, so many opportunities, so many people that think the same way we think about certain things. You just got to go find the people that resonate with you, find your tribe. It's that simple. But all the hating and all that stuff is no good for nobody. So peace and blessing, much respect, much love. I love y'all. Always keep doing your thing. Like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint, or crawl, because life is that hard sometimes. You can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing we can do is crawl to that destination. But somehow, some way, We gotta make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the second video. Peace.